Hello Gemini, and welcome to your mid-month tarot advice video for the month of June. Before we go ahead and get started, I'm super excited to announce that I do offer private Zoom readings with me, and all the information for that is linked down below. I'm also offering 20% off for the whole month of June. Again, all the information for that is linked down below. Let's go ahead and jump right into your reading to see how the month has been treating you, what you can expect. But as always, please take what resonates and leave the rest. We're going to start with your oracle here for Gemini. What do they need to know for the spirit? Let's see. We have light. The fairy queen of light comes to shed love and light onto your current situation and to remind you that light can penetrate the darkness. So if you're going through some difficult times, things will be going easier. There might be some inner guidance from spirit or the universe coming through for you. Really just things lightening up. We also have the 10 of swords on the bottom of the deck here. This can indicate a really heavy ending. We have just experienced a Gemini new moon, so that can indicate some of these endings for new beginnings. But when we're having the darkness of the endings, the sadness, it can be hard to get excited for the new beginning, the next start, and for the light. But let's see, what's the current energy looking like for Gemini, please, spirit? We've got 3 here. We have the 4 of swords, the ace of cups, and the king of cups. So again, the 4 of swords feels like this, it is usually a card of respite, you know, taking a break. I don't know if this 10 of swords started off as a break and it's become like, okay, I actually don't want to start again. I don't want to continue that. I feel like there's, with the ace of cups, the ace is bringing clarity, but it's bringing clarity to your heart space, to your emotions. Maybe this ending felt, you thought it was going to be a lot darker than it was, and it's ended up being a little bit lighter than you expected. We also have the king of cups, and the king of cups is all about learning to flow with your emotions and not letting them overtake you. The king of cups feels his emotions, lets them flow through him, and then they move on. He doesn't, you know, try to control his emotions. He doesn't allow his emotions to control him. He also realizes that he is not his emotions. He is not his feelings. He is, you know, separate from that. And that his feelings are really just guidance. I think that's something you're learning in this break, is like your feelings are to guide you from what your body wants or doesn't want, but the way you're feeling, your feelings are not you, you know? You are separate from that. You feel sad. You are not sad. You are not sadness. You feel it, you know? You feel the dark feelings, but you aren't the dark feelings. We're going to look into your inner world, and maybe this will explain the, I was going to say inner darkness a little bit, because it feels like maybe there is some shadow work that does need to happen here, and it feels like maybe it is something you're putting off because you're fearing how scary it might be. But it really does lighten up your heart space and open up your emotional world. Let's take a look at Gemini's inner emotions, please, and I'll get one more. So we have the 4 of Pentacles, we have the Ace of Swords, and we have the 9 of Wands here. So we're going to start with the lovely 4 of Pentacles here. This usually is about holding on to things, not being ready to let go. Now, with letting go of the 4 of Pentacles, there then becomes the 5. And the 5 is needing help or looking for insight, looking for, again, help and guidance. I think you're fearing what you would do if you don't have these 4 Pentacles. Now, this can actually be physical things that you have that you feel attached to that are keeping you afloat. This could also be connections. I do feel for you it's maybe ideals and emotions that you hold on to, and the 9 of Wands feels like setting boundaries. It feels like you are almost, I do feel like, yeah, you're struggling again with that separation of you versus your emotions. You are not your emotions, like I was saying. And I think you're struggling with that. You don't have boundaries with your thoughts and your emotions. They take over, and that leads to you maybe spreading yourself a bit thin and not having boundaries with other people, giving too much. almost fighting for everyone else but not fighting for yourself is a message I was getting. The Ace of Swords, though, is, again, like I said, was about gaining clarity with the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Swords is really the whole card of gaining clarity. It is the universe usually handing you a idea or inspiration, a different thought, different way of thinking. Again, insight and clarity is being offered to you, but that comes with a breakdown of your past beliefs. If you're trying to form a new way of thinking, a new way of feeling, that comes with a breakdown of your old self. Let's look into what needs your attention. Oh, we also have Death on the bottom of the deck here, and Death is this big card of change, but it does come from endings. We also have 555 on the timer, and that, again, fives are all about change. But a lot of fives in tarot, like the Five of Swords and the Five of Wands, those cards can indicate fighting, competition, conflict, and defeat. So when we're resisting change that is necessary for us, when we're resisting new beginnings, the endings feel like losses, they feel like conflict, and they feel like defeat. So that's something to be aware of right now. When you're open to the endings, when you're like, okay, it's not a loss, it's just a new opportunity to learn, to grow, to do better, there will be a lot of growth for you in that. We're going to take a look at what needs your attention right now. What does Gemini need to focus on for the rest of the month, please? What needs their focus? Thank you, Spirit. We have Judgment reversed. We have the Seven of Wands reversed. And we have the Ten of Cups. What needs your attention right now is not... I was going to say not finding reasoning. I don't know if you're wanting to be very logical about things. Wanting to kind of be like, well, I have to stick this out. I have to see it through. You're trying to, again, it feels like you're being logical. You're trying to defend why you should do something it almost feels like you don't want to do. This is really interesting energy, Gemini. I feel like a part of you needs to stop questioning, right? Stop questioning yourself. And I think it is coming back to this King of Cups, this emotional world where you're wanting to question your emotions and why you feel like things and get to the bottom of things instead of being like, okay, I feel this, I don't know why, but it will pass. I'm just gonna give it space, let it move on. It feels like you want to pick or prod or get to the bottom of it, unravel it, see how far it goes. Be able to defend it, be able to debate it is almost another thing. I don't know if there has been energy in your connections where you've had to, again, defend your beliefs, defend why you change, why you don't change. Again, defend your own boundaries is another one because we have the Nine of Wands here. But the Ten of Cups coming out is here to say that the true people that are meant for you, the people that truly care about your feelings and want growth and expansion and want emotional support and emotional connection with you, they won't make you judge, they won't make you defend. Again, they will be like the King of Cups and they will give you space to have these emotions and then to leave it be almost. I think if you're trying to chase this happy ending with the Ten of Cups, because the Ten of Cups does usually feel like that, it feels like it, not necessarily to have it physically, but it feels like that emotional connection where you feel safe, where you feel cared for, where you feel fulfilled, where you feel like you can be honest and open with your partners, with your family about your emotions, with your close ones, right? That's what you're aiming towards. But your current energy is in the Ace of Cups. It's in the beginning, and the beginning starts with you. It starts with you loving yourself, you understanding your feelings but not chasing them, not trying to bend them, not trying to force them, defend them, fight them, just letting them be. That is where you can kind of move into having this Ten of Cups energy, which is the fulfillment. It is holding space for your emotions but not letting them take over the space almost. It's like, instead of having your emotions take over the whole room, to take over your whole day, to take over your whole life, you kind of just give them a chair in the corner, and that's their space. So I don't know if some of you Geminis actually need a physical space where you can like put yourself off and cry and be like, okay, this is where I feel my emotions, and then everywhere else is like kind of just a neutral area. But it feels like almost you're carrying this everywhere you're going. It's coming everywhere with you, and all your emotions are coming with you, and it's starting to wear down and get heavy, and it feels dragging on, is what I was gonna say. So maybe it is, even if it's just like a journal and a corner, or you know, maybe when I listen to this song, I'm allowed to get all my emotions out, or you know, screaming into a pillow, whatever it is for you, having a space for it so it's not, I was gonna say tainting your whole life. I don't know why I wanted to say that, but I would trust that it's supposed to resonate for some of you out there. We're going to look at your environment, and maybe this will give us some more signs. This can be, you know, your physical environment. This can be your connections. It's just your, I was going to say your outer world. What's coming through for Gemini, please, Spirit? And if we can get one more card, please. Well, that's 2, but I'll take it. So we have the 2 of Pentacles, and we have the Knight of Swords, and the 9 of Swords, and the Empress. Now, I was going to say it's funny we don't have many pentacles. We have lots of wands. We have lots of swords. Swords pertain to your mental world. They're also air signs, so it makes sense that this would be coming through for you. It's all about gaining clarity, how we think, how we express ourselves as well. And then wands, again, are about expression of ourselves, but more so through passions. What ignites us, what gives us light, that energy, right? So it's very much that this reading and this energy is focused on how you're thinking, but also we have cups, a lot of cups. So it is again about your emotional world, your feelings, your emotions, and again, how we are expressing this. I want to tap into this Huntress energy, Empress energy. I don't know why I was going to say Huntress, okay? I've been playing one of my video games a lot, and there's a Huntress character in it, but I don't know why I just looked at her and I got the same vibe. It's very funny because the story of this Huntress character is she wants to care for a little girl, but she doesn't know how, so every time she ends up, you know, injuring them, right? Because she doesn't know what they're supposed to eat, or like she doesn't keep them warm and things like this, and she just doesn't understand, but she's trying to care, and it just ends up backfiring on her every time. And it was a very similar energy that I was getting for you, Gemini, of like, you're really trying to express yourself or to show you care, to show your love, but it's not being conveyed correctly, and it's almost backfiring on you. And it's like, I get this feeling that you feel like you care too much, and it's starting to weigh on you. It's starting to make you, I was gonna say, worry that something's wrong with you. It's not a bug, it's not a flaw, okay? It's part of your design. It's part of how you function, and you're supposed to function this way for a reason. In one of my recent collective meetings that I did, one of the animal spirit guides that we chose that was a deer, and one of the prompts from the deer was your sensitivity is a superpower, right? It's not a flaw, it's not a bug. This is a design choice for you. Your sensitivity is supposed to teach you something, guide you somewhere. It is there for a purpose. You are so sensitive, you are so expressive, you are so emotive for a reason. And the people that don't understand that aren't supposed to. You're not supposed to try to force people to understand, and you're also not supposed to force yourself to understand. But you have all these emotions for a reason. 2 of Pentacles is a balancing act. It is that energy of maybe having too much going on, being a bit, I was going to say scatterbrained. If you are able to lighten up your load, lighten up your calendar a little bit, I think that would benefit from you. But I think the reason that you're supposed to be maybe letting go of some responsibilities, making this space, is because you're supposed to, I was going to say, have an energetic, emotional space. This is going to sound really weird, Gemini, but I feel like you need to be carving out time to, again, feel your emotions. So I don't know if you need to be like saying, okay, I'm going to cut out one episode of TV a night just so that I can journal my feelings. I'm going to go sit in my comfy chair, I'm going to drink some tea, and I'm going to journal. Or maybe it is, You know, I'm gonna, instead of listening to music on my run, I'm gonna just think about my feelings and channel it into the run. Whatever it is, I feel like you've got to change something to give to your world, to find that light. Because I keep coming back to this light card, I can't help it. I'm gonna get a card to clarify it near the end of your reading, because I want to know more about this light energy. But for now, I want to talk about the Knight of Swords for you here. The Knight of Swords is all about learning your lessons, right? It's about learning to understand your new way of thinking. You start as the Page of Swords, and the Page of Swords is handed the Ace of Swords, right? The one sword. And he's not quite sure how to use it. He's not quite sure how to think or to feel, and he kind of just is a little bit, I was going to say loosey-goosey with it, right? He has his mistakes, he makes accidents, and sometimes people get hurt, and sometimes he gets hurt from that. But he learns and he grows and he becomes the knight. And the knight, again, he's had his battles, he's had his wounds, but that doesn't stop him from trying again, from learning from that. Attempting again is another big thing for you. I think, again, you're thinking of things as a flaw, as like, I'm too emotional, I'm too this, I'm too that. And it's like, why are you thinking of it negatively when you should be almost realizing how much of a creative tool this is, right? I keep coming back to the Empress because the Empress creates, like, she creates life. A lot of times in tarot or oracle, when birth comes through, it's coming through as the birth of an idea or the birth of a project, right? And I feel like you're very much, I was going to say on the precipice of this. And I've never used that word before, but I feel like you're on the precipice of a discovery of why you're so emotional and what your emotions are guiding you towards. Because the King of Cups has mastered his emotions, right? And he doesn't stress, he doesn't worry, he flows with them. They're a tool for him to learn and to grow and to guide, right? What is the advice for Gemini for this rest of the month, please, Spirit? One more card for the rest of the month. So we have the Page of Wands. It's funny that you have two aces and a page, because these are all new beginnings. Also, again, I had a meeting today for the new moon in Gemini, and the Page of Wands came out in that group as well. And all that we were talking about was releasing these fears, or these worries. Like, for you, Gemini, it feels like you fear your emotions are too big, too much, and you kind of try to shrink yourself, but it's not. Right now it's time for you to expand, to think bigger. And I think for you it is letting go of past fears and past emotions, with the Six of Cups coming through, because the Six of Cups is all about the past. And you might even be carrying baggage that you didn't realize. I keep almost seeing in my mind's eye you idolizing this idealistic future, right? The white picket fence, the 2 kids and the dog and the husband, whatever it is. Okay, I say that because that's like the stereotypical standard, but whatever your white picket fence dream is, you are idolizing it, you're wanting it, but you have so much fears and blockages holding you back from the past that you're not realizing about, and it comes from you being emotional. And I don't know if someone in your past has told you that your emotions make you unlovable, that they make you too much, no one's going to want to deal with you. Whatever these past fears are, this is a time for you to be releasing them. And again, not other people are going to be able to fix this for you, or to show you this, or to kind of give you the space that you need. It's something you have to do for yourself. This is a very interesting reading. These mid-month readings are supposed to be shorter, Gemini, but I just wanted to expand on this message so much. I don't know if it is because of the energy of the Gemini new moon still affecting the energy here, but I just feel like there's so much I want to keep talking about. For now, I'm just going to clarify this light card. I'm really interested in what is this light card meaning for my lovely Geminis, please, Spirit. Why is the light card here? Is this trying to show them strength? And then can we get one more? That one kind of jumped out so well. Okay, this makes sense. So obviously it says about to remind you that light can penetrate the darkness, and this darkness is coming after the Tower, which is funny because after the Tower comes the Star in tarot, and the Star is all about healing and hope, which is really funny because I pre-shuffle the cards a little bit and I think about Gemini when I was doing it, and one of the cards that came literally flew out, and I made a note of it just in case it came out. It was the Hope card. So I feel like for you, you're supposed to be so emotional, because when you get hopeful, you get so hopeful. You dream so big, you know? When you're in the dark and you're feeling the deep emotions, the darker emotions, the sadder emotions, that's all you can feel. And it feels so big. And it feels so hopeless. And it feels so heavy. But when you're feeling the joy and the happiness and the hope, you feel that so big, and it lights you up, and it allows you to light up for other people as well. And that is why you're supposed to feel so big. Your energies are contagious, Gemini, and you have to just be able to wield it as a tool. Again, your sensitivity is a superpower, and it's all about finding that strength of not forcing it, but being gentle and trying to guide it day by day, showing up, giving yourself the time and giving yourself the space. I absolutely loved this reading, Gemini, and I really do hope that it can resonate for you. If you want to dive deeper into any of this, then again, I do offer private readings. We have video readings, we have live Zoom readings. I also go live on TikTok where I offer free readings as well, and all of the information for that is linked in the description box. I think that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, do all those YouTube things, and if you watched this far, I truly appreciate you.